The Warragamba Dam, they've talked about, are we going to raise the dam wall? Are we not going to raise the dam wall? Well, of course, nothing has been done. So now we've got the same problems repeating themselves over and over again, and yet we've spent billions and billions of dollars on politicians at every level, federal, state and local government, and the response from them to this sort of crisis has achieved nothing as it arrives again now.
Absolutely. Let's turn our minds to the United States. And over the years, and I remember some of them, the State of Union address by the President of the United States, some of them have been absolutely landmark. Joe Biden's not so much.
What about that performance yesterday? Quite frankly, I couldn't understand him. I mean, the bloke started off by talking about, Joe Biden started off by talking about Russia, and he said Vladimir Putin. I mean, can you believe the President of the United States has never been so isolated as he is now, as the butcher proceeds day by day to carve havoc through Ukraine? There are 195 nations in the world. Russia is one. And you mean to say one nation is dictating terms to 194? Now we come to the whole crisis of this climate change nonsense. We have to remove ourselves from fossil fuels. We have to go to renewable energy. And so consequently, Germany and all these countries close down their coal-fired power stations. And 40% of Europe is dependent now on Russian gas. 12% of the world's oil is provided by Russia. Joe Biden is in there starts talking about all this renewable energy nonsense, and then starts the argument, which is just so fallacious, that, oh, well, now we're going to have a social engagement. We're going to reform the social structure of America by spending more money on problems that he said he'd solved last year and he hasn't done anything about. This is the crisis in Western political leadership. No wonder Putin is marching into Ukraine. If he sees, all he has to worry about is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Yeah, absolutely. What I found extraordinary too was, Kamala Harris sitting behind him, muttering away how awesome he was.
Leering Pelosi, clapping, the woman who ripped up Donald Trump's State of the Union address, Pelosi leering in the background and clapping at something which was unclappable.
But the media running a protection racket for him too. There was comments along the lines of, we know it was bad, but it wasn't Donald Trump, so we're going to applaud anyway.
Isn't that extraordinary? I mean, that's the key, isn't it? Here are all these sycophantic members of the American Parliament standing up and clapping a man who's cognitively deficient, who has no answers to the contemporary problems and didn't even understand what he was reading. I mean, at one stage, didn't he mention Iran instead of Ukraine?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand him. Like, he mumbles and stumbles. Get rid of him. But then who do you put in his place?
Well, certainly not Tony Windsor, that's for sure.
Tony Windsor. What a joke. Oh, yeah, Tony. Representing a National Party electorate, and as you rightly said, puts Julia Gillard into government.
Indeed. Alan, always good to talk to you. We'll catch up next week.
Thank you so much, Steve. All the best. Bye-bye.
Alan Jones, host of Alan Jones Direct to the People. You can watch him Monday to Thursday from 8 p.m, streamed live on YouTube, Facebook, and at alanjones.com.au.